Hey folks, welcome to Shooting Up North. I'm your host, Louis Carlin. We're heard right here on the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. If you're watching for the first time or if you're watching for the 10th time and you don't subscribe to the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network YouTube channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers, very, very close to 1,800. I think I'm one or two away. I want to get to 2,000 within the next 3 months or so. So if you're watching and you don't subscribe, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you want to follow me on social media, I'm on Twitter at Shooting Up North, Instagram at Alliance PW Network, and feel free to join our Facebook group, the Alliance Pro Wrestling Network. So tonight is Hard to Kill. Impact Wrestling's Hard to Kill. I wanted to do a preview and prediction show last night, wasn't able to do it. Had to work today, just got home, gonna do it now, get it up a few hours before Hard to Kill. So it looks like we got a great show ahead of us for Hard to Kill. Lots of on paper, lots of terrific matches, potentially terrific matches have been signed for Hard to Kill, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Josh Alexander, of course, defending his title against Bully Ray. Should be a great one. Jordan Grace and Mickie James, title versus career match. Lots of other terrific matches as well. So let's just get right into it. Let's do the preview and the predictions right now. I'm gonna try to make this a quicker one because it's already 4 o'clock. The show starts at 8 tonight. Eight starts at 8 tonight, so it starts in 4 hours. So we'll do a quick one, and hopefully you're able to watch it. So we're gonna let's get into it. So as I mentioned, we have the main event actually has been named, and the main event will be the career versus title match: Mickie James versus Knockouts World Champion Jordan Grace. Mickie James loses, she has to retire. This is going to be an absolutely outstanding match. Impact Wrestling made the right call making this the main event and not Bully Ray versus Josh Alexander, the main event. I'm looking here at the website and saying here that Bully Ray and Josh Alexander is the opener. I haven't heard that, but it's indicating here that it's the opener. But let's talk about Mickie James and Jordan Grace. That's going to be an absolutely fantastic match. Really looking forward to that one. There's going to be a lot of near falls in this one, a lot of great back and forth action. Mickie James, legendary career, and I've had Mickie James on. She was on my podcast last week. I interviewed her. Had the pleasure and the privilege of interviewing Mickie James, and she's really looking forward to this one. And Jordan Grace doesn't want to lose that title, but Mickie James doesn't want to lose her career. So this is this is going to be a fantastic match between two greats right now in professional wrestling. I don't think Mickie James is going to retire today. I don't think her career is over. I think Mickie James is going to win. I think Mickie James is going to defeat Jordan Grace and become the new Knockouts World Champion. And I hope there's no interference because I know a lot of people on social media are saying, oh, maybe Nick Aldis is going to interfere in the match and help Mickie James win, or Jonathan Gresham is somehow going to interfere and going to cost Jordan Grace or help Jordan Grace, or I was reading that someone said that Raven is appearing tonight and Mickie James was a part of Raven's faction when in the early days of TNA, and maybe Raven's going to help Mickie James win. I hope there's no interference from anybody. I hope it's just Mickie James, Jordan Grace, and we have a clear-cut winner. I hope there's no controversy or anything like that. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm picking Mickie James to win this one, and this should be an absolutely fantastic match. Then we have Full Metal Mayhem for the Impact Wrestling World title. This website here is indicating that it's the opener. I didn't hear that. I don't want to go on Impact. I don't want to go on Impact their social media to find out. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's the opener. I think this is a mistake. I don't think it's going to be I don't think that would be the opener. I don't see that show being that one being the opener. Anyway, regardless, so let's just talk about it anyway. I think this website made a mistake, but if it didn't make a mistake and it's the opener, I don't know if that should be the opener. But hey, Bully Ray, Josh Alexander, we're gonna see it. This is gonna be an absolutely violent match. Absolutely violent match. we're going to see a side of Josh Alexander that we've never seen before. Josh Alexander and Bully Ray, they're going to have a fight. This is going to be an absolute fight. Bully Ray, of course, attacking Josh Alexander and his wife um, at a prior event, and this is going to be it. This is going to be. I think it's going to be out. When Bully Ray first came back in, I was a little skeptical. I was like, why Bully Ray is, wins that gauntlet and he earns a shot at the title. I was like, why Bully Ray? We haven't seen him. Why not somebody? Why not Steve Macklin? But I think Bully Ray's done an absolutely fantastic job. And he's a very very special talent, and this is going to be a terrific match as well. But I'm picking Josh Alexander. But again, get I think there's going to be a lot of interference in this one. I hope there's no interference in Mickey James and Jordan Grace, but I have a feeling in this one we're going to see a lot of interference. Probably first from Jason Hodge and John Schuyler. Maybe Tommy Dreamer is going to get involved somehow. Raven tonight, making an appearance tonight. Raven maybe getting involved in this one. I think there's going to be a lot of outside of interference in this one, and I wouldn't be surprised. There's Scott D'Amore is not going to be since he was attacked by Bully Ray, he's not going to be able to be here tonight. So there's going to be a temporary authority figure announced. There's a chance it's going to be Raven, and I have a feeling that due to outside interference, Bully Ray is going to pin Josh Alexander. Well, there's going to be a ref bump, and it's going to be a second ref coming in. There's going to be some controversy, and Bully Ray is going to pin Josh Alexander, but the temporary authority figure is going to come out and reverse the decision, or he's going to say the match must continue due to outside interference. Jason Hodge and John Schuyler are banned from ringside, or what have you, or the wrong ref made the count. I think that's going to happen in this one. And when all is said and done, Josh Alexander is going to remain the Impact Wrestling World Champion. I think he's going to be the champion for quite some time. Then we have the Impact Wrestling X Division title match. Trey Miguel defending his X Division title against Black Taurus. This should be another absolutely barn burner of a match. This should be fantastic. I'm expecting a lot of high spots, a lot of big moves in this one. But when all is said and done, Trey Miguel just regaining the title, and this is his first defense. I believe it's his first defense. It could be first. He might have defended that I'm forgetting on TV, but his first pay-per-view event, defense of the X Division Championship. He's in his second reign, but Black Taurus isn't going to win. But Trey Miguel will defeat Black Taurus, then retain the Impact Wrestling X Division Championship in an outstanding match. Expect a lot of high spots in this one, as I said. Then we have the Impact Wrestling Digital Media Championship match: Joe Hendry against Moose. This one's tough to call. I love Joe Hendry, but I love Moose. And does Joe Hendry beat Moose here? And would that knock Moose further down the ladder? Or does Moose win and gain the Impact Wrestling Digital Media title? So it's hard to say. It's hard to pick a winner in this one. Joe Hendry just winning the Impact Digital Media Championship. Moose, I don't think it would. I think it might. It's hard to pick. I'm going to go with Joe Hendry. This should be a very good match as well. Anytime Moose is involved, it's a very good match. Joe Hendry also very very talented. I'm going to go with Joe Hendry. Maybe it'll be like a disqualification or something. I don't see Joe Hendry pinning Moose, but I don't think it's time for Joe Hendry to lose the title. So maybe it'll be a DQ or no contest or something of that nature. But Joe Hendry retains the title. I say Joe Hendry wins by disqualification. Then we have a fatal four-way elimination match for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team titles. The champions, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, defending their titles against Heath and Rhino, Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, and Chris Bay and Ace Austin. And this is a four-way elimination match. And this is going to be outstanding as well. I love Chris Bay. I love Ace Austin. They did an absolutely fantastic job in the super tag league tournament, the Super Junior Tag League tournament. They did an absolutely fantastic job, and I want them to win. I want Chris Bay and Ace Austin to win, but I know what I want, and I know what my heart is saying, and or my gut is saying Matt Cardona and Brian Myers will be victorious. So I'm picking Matt Cardona and Brian Myers to walk out as the new Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Champions. And then we have the number one contender four-way match, knockouts match, Masha Slamovich versus Taylor Wilde versus Deonna Purrazzo versus Killer Kelly. The winner earns a future shot at the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World title. This should be another absolutely fantastic match. Lots of great talent in this one. Taylor Wilde holding a pinfall victory over Masha Slamovich last week. Deonna Purrazzo is Deonna Purrazzo. We all know how talented she is. Killer Kelly also up and coming. So a lot is on the line in this one. I know Purrazzo wants to continue her feud with Mickie James. She's called for a casket match. I had James on my show and I asked her about that. James was reluctantly all for it, the casket match. But I'm going to go with Masha Slamovich in this one. I'm going to go with Masha Slamovich. And I think we're going to get Mickie James and Masha Slamovich for the Impact Wrestling Knockouts title in the upcoming months. I know Mickie James has indicated that she's never wrestled Masha Slamovich and she would like to. So I'm picking Masha Slamovich to win this number one contenders four-way match, and she's going to earn a future shot at the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World title. Falls Count Anywhere match, Rich Swann versus Steve Maclin. This is going to be another. This match is this show is absolutely loaded. This show is Hard to Kill is absolutely loaded, absolutely loaded. Falls Count Anywhere. This is going to be a wild match between two fantastic talents, Rich Swann and Steve Maclin. This might steal the show. Actually, this is going to be a tough match for both, man, because they're gonna be doing some really hard spots in this one, man. They're gonna be taking some hard bumps in this one. This match is gonna be all over the arena. They might even take it outside. They might even go outside the arena. Falls Count Anywhere. Again, this is gonna be just wonderful match to watch. This is one of the matches I'm really looking forward to. Steve Maclin is my pick to win this one, and then you know, of all the matches that I've said so far that I've talked about so far, then you got Eddie Edwards versus Jonathan Gresham. My goodness, this show is just loaded to the. It's just stacked. This is a stacked card. This is going to be another fantastic match. Eddie Edwards, Jonathan Gresham. They were supposed to meet each other months ago. Before Jonathan Gresham went to Ring of Honor, but that didn't work out. Now he's signed to Impact Wrestling, which is great. So now we're finally getting Jonathan Gresham, Eddie Edwards at Impact Wrestling. This should be another fantastic match between two incredible talents. But I'm picking Jonathan Gresham. I have a feeling when this match, by the time this match is over, Gresham and Eddie Edwards are going to align themselves with each other. I have a feeling someone's going to come out and attack Jonathan Gresham and Eddie Edwards, or a group's going to come out and attack Jonathan Gresham. Maybe the design will come out and attack Jonathan Gresham with Sami Callihan, and Eddie Edwards comes to Jonathan Gresham's aid. I just feel something like that's going to happen in this one. By the time this match is over, the Eddie Edwards and Jonathan Gresham are going to be aligned with each other. That's the feeling I have for this one. But man, oh man, then we have the countdown to Hard to Kill. You have Kushida versus Mike Bailey versus Bhupinder Gujjar versus Yuya Uemura versus Angels versus Mike Jackson. I've talked about this one. Don't know why they had to use Mike Jackson in this. It should have been Aiden Prince. It should have been Jason Hodge. It should have been Jack Price. They could have brought in Jackson Stone. They could have looked to the Indies and brought in an Alec Price. They could have brought in Titus Alexander. They could have brought in Kevin Blackwood. They could have brought in Starboy Charlie for this one. There's a lot of talent. They could have looked up north. They could have maybe brought in Judas Akaris for this one. But they went with Action Mike Jackson. Okay. We're gonna get to see Action Mike Jackson grab somebody's arm and walk around the ropes. You know, spend 8 minutes walking around the ring ropes. But I'm picking Kushida to win this one. I'm picking Kushida. They should just went with Kushida versus Mike Bailey 1-on-1 and put it on the regular show. That would have been much better. But I'm picking Kushida to be victorious in this one. Then you have the Impact Wrestling Knockouts World Tag Team Champions, the Death Dolls, Taya Valkyrie, Jessica, and Rosemary, taking on Tasha Steelz, Savannah Evans, and Giselle Shaw. This should be another great match on the pre-show. I'm going to go with the Death Dolls to be victorious in this one. And of course, I mentioned Raven will be in attendance. I think he's going to be the authority figure. It'd be nice if Kurt Angle, I was thinking it would be nice if Kurt Angle was the authority figure. I mean, they could have him come in just for one show. I mean, it still could be Kurt Angle. I mean, that would make a lot of sense if they were able to bring Kurt Angle in. But I think if they were able to bring Kurt Angle in, they would have announced it. You don't want Kurt Angle to be a surprise. Kurt Angle sells tickets. He sells pay-per-views. People will there will be more buys if they announce that Kurt Angle was in fact going to be the temporary authority figure for Hard to Kill. Would have been nice if it was Kurt Angle, but I have a feeling it's just going to be Raven. Hope it's not Tommy Dreamer, right? I have a feeling it's going to be Raven, or it could be somebody else. It could be somebody else. Maybe it'll be Action Mike Jackson. I don't know. But anyway, so that's my preview and predictions for tonight. It's going to be a great show. Looking forward to it tonight. Impact Wrestling Hard to Kill on in a few hours. I hope you had a chance to watch this podcast. If you enjoyed it, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll be back. But until then, thank you very much. Take care. Bye bye. Stay safe, everyone. So long. Bye bye.